Hey graduates, what's up? Let me show my face, Nicole. What's up? What everybody doing? How is everybody doing? What going on social media? Hey, I was just about to message you. I just literally turned to the text. What's up? Hey, sis. Hey, Sophia. Hey, Tia Tati. What's up? What going on? You good? How is everybody doing? Hey, Kaylon. How is everybody doing? Yeah, we just have passed through. We're going to catch up on a few little things tonight, A few little things I have in mind for us to chat about tonight. Things that we have missed. Situations that have not really been discussed in our little penny section of the diaspora. And it's about time. Oh, thank you so much for the likes. I appreciate that. I can see it going up on the screen. But don't forget to actually double click so that the thumbs up happens as well over there. What have I missed out on, guys? Is there anything going on that I don't know about? Tell me, tell me. Why? Me see people them a kick off with their one another. We just dance and laugh with their corner the streets, yeah. Hi, Ione. Happy Friday, HTK, our beautiful queen. Love to you and family. Love and blessings. Everyone stay safe and be blessed, guys. Thank you so much. Such a lovely message. What a lovely message. You see how people come out and come down and Kaylin mother. And no, Kaylin mother is threatening to take people to court. Wanna see that? Did you guys see that? That happened? I am a nanny again. Baby girl born this morning. Oh, I know about the grandson born in December. Congratulations. Congratulations. Oh, it's so nice when your grandchildren, you get to see your grandchildren, right? I am waiting patiently. I'm not rushing, but I'm waiting for mine from my firstborn. It's gonna happen, hopefully, but I don't think I'm ready just yet. If I finish uni, get himself firmly planted career wise, and then I expect to be bouncing a little baby on my knees. Yes, but congratulations, that is a blessing in itself. Children are always a blessing, right? But yes, una sister Kaylon mother, I threaten for sue people because them a come out and I tell all kind of life on the lady. I was watching the reaction of social media when Kaylin was on TikTok trying to generate funds to get the trachea thing removed so that she can do a surgery for her voice. And I do not understand why people were coming for them so hard. Certain people, I'm not going to call their name, were spreading rumors that they had raised 60 odd million to help Kaylin. Now, let me ask you a question. It was that 60 odd million US or 60 odd million Jamaican dollars? Because either way you take it, yes, that's a hefty amount, but her situation is a lifetime situation. And I do not understand why people were so quick to call these two out on scamming. Me here said them a rumor said the woman do her body. I went and I had a look at her social media profiles. I went and I looked at her Instagram, and I scrolled all the way back. I can see that Kaylan's mother, she had a background in the entertainment industry. Dancehall. She was an aspiring artist. It never really go much further than that. And now she is a dedicated pastor. Yes, she is in the church. She's given her life to God. And even when she's on her TikTok live with her or with her daughter, all she talk about her God. You understand? People say that is a put on because it's a scamming situation and that she take the money and do her body. Her body looks the same. She looked like she just lose a little weight. That's all she looked like. And when she had on her pastor's outfit, she clearly had on a bodysuit underneath, what she was wearing, that cinching her waist. Because literally, like the video before that, you can tell she not have on nothing under her clothes. I can see she still have a little belly. So what kind of surgery that? People are so quick to judge and people are so evil out here in these social media streets. And then the thing is that people are commenting on their situation and on the door have no evidence. No evidence on the door have. And then saying these things and claiming these things about the girl. You understand? Hi, Aline. Big up yourself. Good afternoon. Hey, Apple Pie. Hey, Angie. My Guyanese people, have you seen that Doggy did his press conference thing today? That the fight between him and critics is a real thing. I hope you guys are going to. Is it pay-per-view that it's going to be on? Because my money is on Doggy, right? Doggy needs to kick critics' ass. I want to see that happen because critics is too much of a bad boy. And critics love messing people too much. So I would like to see Doggy win that. You understand? But anyway, let's set that aside. There are a couple of stories that we're gonna cover today. We're gonna use our lives to chit chat and to catch up on all the past things that we may have missed, situations that were not discussed, and so on and so forth. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play for you a video that I came across on TikTok. Right? And when will it be? I don't know. You can't stand the two of them. You can't stand neither dog in our critics. Oh my god. Critics is just awful. But he's hella funny. I'm not gonna lie. The two of them are funny. Because critics, I'm not gonna lie, has got a sense of humor. He really and truly does. But I don't think critics like black people. I don't know why I think so, but I just don't think so. I think he one of them racist one, them racial people. But he's also a PPP sellout. So, we don't really do PPP over here. Yeah, right. And then Doggy's a comedian. He's hella funny. He's so funny. He's so funny. You don't like that. Straight below the belt, he must kick that demon straight to the goatee. Yeah, and for those of people who don't know what a goatee is, I'm swell up balls. Straight to the goatee, you should kick him. That would be so funny. Oh my god. I really hope they leak it. Somebody's gonna leak it. I know somebody's gonna leak it because it's supposed to be paid for, right? But somebody gonna leak that. And I want to watch because I want to see if he's gonna win. I am really excited about it. So yeah, I came across this video. And as I said, we're gonna use our lives to catch up on stuff that people may have missed, right? Sometimes you'll see my face, sometimes you won't. And this will happen throughout the live as well. Because when I want you to focus on a video, I might take my video off and then let you just listen or watch whatever it is that I've got on my other phone. So in this particular, I need it not funny, but in critic deserve it. You look at what he did to what's his name? Is it Brian? Is his name? How we have him on the ground and how we beat him up on live. That was insane to me. And that man's an old man. Critic is a bully. So he needs to meet his match, right? Okay. So you see, let me tell you something. What I notice with our people, particularly our Jamaican people, it's a thing that I notice that we do. Why is it that whenever it is that somebody go abroad, go to big foreign, it is an expectation that that person who manages to get through to go to either America or one of them first world countries, that they turn around and they finance the lives of the rest of their family back in Jamaica. Now, I can understand if the family that they have left behind are the people who sacrificed in order for them to get to the foreign country. So say, for example, auntie, uncle, cousin, everybody put together, buy your ticket, everybody put together, send you go to embassy, pay for your visa, and so on and so forth. Then you do have an obligation because they're the persons who sacrificed in order for you to get there. You understand? Okay. But when you end up in a situation where you manage to find your way and get yourself to big foreign to better your life, there is this huge expectation that you are supposed to be either sending barrels on the regular, or send money on the regular to everybody else who is back in Jamaica. Now, once upon a time, I was very much pro this action, the barrel mentality. But actually, I have been witnessing, particularly since Melissa, a sense of ingratitude that comes from our people when people in a big foreign sacrifice and send things back. them start to get picky. Them start to say them no want this, them no want that, them no want Campbell soup, them no want ray, them no eat that, them no name that no look good, that all and so on and so forth. And I'm not saying that you should send old things, because I genuinely do not believe in sending secondhand items back home. I think it should be said, hey, Foreign Woman TV, I think you should send things that are of a reasonable standard. It don't have to be expensive, but send things of a reasonable standard. And you shouldn't be sending things that are dirty, because that's just straight up disrespectful. Period. Right? But they expecting name brand. They expect, because listen, some of the things I see them criticizing, them I take out and I say, what this and this are all boot your own, or them thing you stop wear and all these things. And I'm just like, you're looking for high street fashions that are up to the time, as though people have got that kind of money just lying around. And things in a foreign I get worse and worse. And you see what Trump is dealing with over there in America. Trust me, England is not far off. There are things that people are going through in this country that you guys are totally unaware of. I'm going to play a video about that as well. So I come across this video on TikTok, yeah? And this is the lady here. Can you guys see? Yeah? This is the lady here that is going to be doing the talking. Her name is Christine Beckford, and I want you to hear her laments, and I want you guys to tell me what you think about it in the comments. Ungratefulness, worse than Obed. I'm going to tell you, I want you guys to tell me what you guys think about what she's saying. Is there anything, maybe, because, and don't feel like you have to agree with me. If you disagree, tell me, say you disagree, right? But there's something about how she present this that I don't agree with. But anyway, make we listen.
Simon Beckford and me name Christine Beckford, right? We born and grow together suffering at the boardhouse. Yeah, this was a board, Mama dead left, and I mean it was in a concrete. Yeah. Waste boy, brother, back to you. I give you one story. You see that house, yeah? I make Christian get send the money for Christmas. I share the thing, isn't it? You was a brother know about how much years before even my daughter go over there. Christian send the money to barrel out. Look here. And one of them this. See that? One of them this, yeah.
Hey, Bershaka.
Things that the girl did. So just send the barrel them. Everybody gets things. What on earth up in them get things out of everybody? Ask them that Simon Beckford. Yeah, everybody get them look rice, them sugar, them look for the Sasha, everybody get, yeah. And you over there is a big brother. Remember you? First get the bus to go away before even my daughter and go over there. Nobody remember about your family. The first somebody make up send from there in England and your man, but they done gone. Yeah, you know me have time now call him name. You love man, like a batty boy. Yeah, go over there and you make a life for yourself. You forgot your family them out here. You know who your program call them and them want to have the money program them. But two money up on a plane yet. Look on me, I never go on a plane, but I still can't look like blood clam. You know, come suck me, yeah. Forgot to me all baptized, sorry God, yeah. Pussy Simon, you may attack most because I am one more than one for if to go and move. If I want 50 of buy pound of chicken for everybody could eat a look niece and never them not even present. You see you send a school bag come here, come give your grandson and not even a school bag you couldn't send for my son. You see school bag you send for your grandson? For $50 over there, a 15,000 pay fit in a arcade, yeah, for Neymar. I see the bag and say yes, grandson get one. I say Simon goodie. But if you want them bag, you couldn't buy for $50. When I do Simon so I will grow together, eat all plum and salt. Simon, remember me attack, I'm heart full. We grow together, sometimes we go to bed hungry youth. If I got that time, mama they are sick of me alone, look after mama, you're the road, I will gun. And you come in every night, and me have to look, sell on my front of me, I'll cook, I'll come mackerel and rice, give mama. And you go with the boss, and never ever hear to say my sister, Merry Christmas. Yeah? They want me to feel, remember them things they make me. Ignorant for myself, if I come to Jamaica, make a man rob your youth. Now ask you. Any I made a mistake again, I come to Jamaica, Simon Beckford, I come to Union Girl, me make a man rob your pussy. Yeah. And run away. It too mean. Yeah, wicked boy, look up on size of Sasha Maga. Send some come give girl drunk crop. You over there fuck but in a suck pussy Simon Beckford, yeah. Simon.
That was his sister. So she's basically said that she's going to set him up to get robbed if he should ever come back to the country. Do you think she has a reason to be angry? She said that the two of them grow in a separation. Him get the chance to get the bus. But he also sent back for a friend, a male friend. Never sent for nobody else, and sent for the male friend. And then the male friend end up in a foreign with him. I don't know if this Simon is gay or not. This is not the debate. But there's one thing she said that I kind of get, and it's the fact that she was the one who was left behind to look after her mother. Okay? And it's the two of them mother. And she did all sorts in order to look after that mother. That part of it, him out of order, and he really should have done something. If it's even to send things to help his mother. So that part of it, I don't agree with. I think that if you have got a parent that's left back in Jamaica, particularly one that needs to be cared for, you must try your best to support whatever is happening in terms of the care arrangements back in the country. It isn't fair to leave the other siblings just because them in the house. But the woman say that him used to a bus while she did a seller in order to make things meet. You understand? So it's clearly a family which is a little bit dodgy. But then she said that should he ever come back, she'll go set up her own brother to get robbed. She spoke about another person. I don't know, some other name she mentioned. And that when she sent barrel, everybody get out of the barrel. He clearly has a son in Jamaica. And when he has a son in Jamaica, this or a daughter will give birth, so him grandpitney in a Jamaica. Him send school bag for that grandchild and not send none for Christine's. About that. To me, Christine, you should have vexed about that. Because the man is not entitled to give you a bag for your child because he's not the father of your child. He may be your brother, but he's not the father of your child. Him looking after his life, the hell, why would he look back? But time, you know, when you hear people go to Jamaica to visit and on the ear say things reach them, like literally as them land, on the ear so them get unalive in a car and robbings and all of them something there. Is your own a certain kind of way or live a certain standard of life or feel like say you never met them eat a food too. And then we setting up, you know. You understand? Some siblings didn't have a good relationship as children and expect things to be different as adults, and it's often not. Exactly. It is often not, right? And when I see something like this, I said to myself, so no, sir. Then this real? That she blatantly saying this on live. That is a perceived threat as far as I'm concerned. And really and truly, she not even realize that if Simon decides that he was going to take her seriously, him could have reported her for that. And she could get done online. Online, she could get done for that as a cyber security issue. That's a cyber crime. You see what I say? And some of these people, when they run their mouth online, them thinks that they might be bad girl or bad boy. And don't realize that there are consequences. And as I've warned you guys before, the government is starting to crack down, particularly the government in the Caribbean. They're starting to crack down on online behaviors, right? Okay. So speaking of family matters, there was a live I came across, right? And I don't know if you guys know this girl, but she's currently in hospital. And she has been going on about the fact that her mother has completely neglected her in hospital. I don't know her. See if you know. Mary. Hi, Misty Brown. Do you know this girl here? You know her? You know she? Tell me if you ever listen to her. She go by the name of Janelle Boo on TikTok. She suffers with lupus, right? And she often comes on and speaks about her journey with lupus. But she's been coming on live for the past how many weeks now. And she has been cursing out her mother. Dreadfully cursing out her. Attitude. I'm going to say to myself, say, oh no, boy, our situation sound away. Maybe I should reach out to her to find out if I could get somebody to come around to help to wash her clothes, to bring her some food every day or something so. But when I heard her behavior, I said to myself, say, me.
Yeah, I say, I'm sure you know, I never send none of an invitation.
The live is blurry. Is it, guys? Is the live blurry? Is the live blurry, guys? Because it's very clear on my side. Is the live blurry? Tell me if the live is blurry. It is. All right, I'm gonna hide the video and play and play the sound, and then I'm gonna put the video back on. All right, and cutting out at times. What the hell? Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. All right, I'm gonna come off the video. I'm gonna hide the video. All right, and then you guys just listen. Just listen to what she's saying. All right, the signal will get stronger. Internet chipping in and out. Are you guys hearing me? Blurry and choppy. Oh my god. All right. I just changed the Wi-Fi. I just changed the Wi-Fi. No. Any better? Tell me if that is any better. I just changed the Wi-Fi. No. Is it better? Let me know if it's any better. Any better? Or is it still blurry and choppy? It's better now. Okay. I just changed the Wi-Fi. Yes, a little. Oh my god. All right. I'm gonna take off the video. I'm gonna listen. All right.
So not what me do now go ever good in on your side. Not at all. Someone want to all play a big blame game. If you say I'm a friend, you see me in the hospital for 2 weeks, why me if you text it till say
I put it back on, bro. Shut
you
up.
know that in your brain that tell you, brother, I'm sick, my stomach and wicked and evil. You can't deal with it, no brother. Right now, straight.
But I was supposed to feel. We can get them watch.
All right, so this girl rang in on the live.
We can get them watch them feel.
It's a chop up now. Lord Jesus. Guys, maybe I should come off and come back on. It's being choppy. Maybe I should come off Wi-Fi out my data. Hold on. Let me do that. Let me just come off Wi-Fi altogether. I have unlimited data anyway. Tell me if that's any better. No. Tell me if that's any better. Because I've much better. Okay. Guys, I'm so getting rid of this Wi-Fi provider. Them so crap. I'm getting rid of them. It's better. Yes. I'm exiting that contract early. Because me don't know what the hell is that. But tell them some stream. And that me cannot deal with bad Wi-Fi. And they were like, oh, is it by Verizon? No, it's by Fourth Utility, bloody Backabush company. I cannot stand them. But I'm changing and I'm going over to Vodafone. Vodafone has a platinum deal now, so I'm going to use them. All right.
Don't come. Lift up and go and see.
Now listen to her attitude.
I really want to do nothing for me. Like the girl there from me sitting. Lift up and go and see a little big. Come on from my life and go and you go. You look big like Bobo humble your soul and not come bow me. Don't come bow me, you know not bow me, dirty girl. Nobody with me today, you know. Huh?
I missed it.
I feel like when people stick and think they not take up themselves same way. Come over here to come type up. No, help me. Come over here to come feel like you have no freedom of speech. Oh. Look, you see hospital, me and people are look for me. Here on alone, me alone. Allow me. Cause no find a dirty girl where I type on a sling a keep out with my mama on the roadside for me. When I come over here, so can't type up nothing. Cause suck your mama leave and lift up too. For freedom of speech. Excuse fine. So I know y'all the moderator them over here so cause I not make no sense can leave a black them dirty junk here for my life. I'm convinced someone hate me too, you know. And once the people them bash me, I think me no know. I'm convinced, man. There's no way I can over and make them a type. When you come and tell people about humble, you know I feel like want a clean jazz for put on a suit and nighty. And nobody now, hey, you know, hey, you still know no better leave me alone. I go through. But you know what I feel like?
Exactly.
Picking him one beard my skin. You know what I feel like for want a clean suit or sitting for put on and can't find it. I have to turn to Tom, Dick and Jerry for people have things over you. And you come and come to that man.
When I hear the attitude, is this somebody that I should help? Because I was listening to the circumstance. Her mother cut her off, block her on her phone. You follow her, Nicola. Block her on her phone. And when the mother block her, she says she knows that she deliberately block her because it's a woman when I change her number. But when I listened to the attitude and the way she was responding to people just because either somebody, I don't know what them type, must say I ask her about her mother and whatever. And then when I see the attitude, I'm like, no, sir, I don't think I can assist because this is the kind of person that would turn around and tell me about my parts if I don't necessarily agree with something that she's done or whatever. You understand? This sounds serious, man. Humbleness is needed. Exactly. This is exactly the thing. A whole heap of them, they don't realize that you want help on social media. You have to have a certain attitude. She rude. She came in my inbox, but ignored her. She is rude. She is rude. And I don't know if she realizes how she's coming across because she's frustrated. She feels neglected by her family. But if this is the attitude she has with us, I can only imagine the attitude she has with familiar people. Because you know, say liberty come through carelessness. And you know, it's usually when people familiar them tend for pass them place. So I can just imagine if she's like that with us, she's probably 10 times worse when it comes to her family, her relatives. You see me, I say? Yes, I believe she treats her family bad. Somebody's saying no, so no. Oh, no, not hear me? We're not hearing you. What the hell? Oh, you're hearing. Ione, you need to check your phone. So everybody has said loud and clear. The song good. Ione, you need to check your phone. I hear your phone at up, my love. I hear your phone at up. Not mine at all.
You're not supposed to worry about mother.
This is when she talk about her mother now.
If you have a man or you have a pitney, you're not supposed to worry about mother. Who is you if you tell myself to not worry about my mother being in my life? When you write it, everything when you bring up about man. Nobody business with man, me talk about mother.
Our life kept sticking because I think they kept reporting her.
When I'm a baby, I live 118. Where come and where even bring me picking them in a things for? When picking them can possibly help me with right now. The only thing they might help me with now and motivate me for stay strong.
They kept reporting her life because every time she go off on people, they report her because her attitudes are stink. So she has an 11-year-old and an 8-year-old child, right? An 11-year-old and an 8-year-old. She have a man. So when me hear that now, me said to myself, say, no, sir. So you have a man. You have an 11-year-old and an 8-year-old, and you have a man. And you're on social media begging for somebody to wash your dirty clothes. That the man didn't love you. That the man didn't rate you. None at all. Because there's no way he should have you online in this circumstance. Him supposed to organize to get your clothes washed. If him can't wash it himself, him can't go laundromat go get it washed. And carry your things then back on gear. You understand? There are laundromats all over Jamaica, in case you don't realize that. When you can literally carry the dirty clothes, pay your money, and then wash everything for you. Yeah? Dry everything for you, fold it up back and you can collect it. So, to me, she getting neglected left, right, and center. She get neglected from her family. She get neglected from her man. Our kids are too small, of course. They can't do anything. They should just focus on being in school, and that's it. But for someone with autoimmune disease, you think she would be more humble. A whole heap of them out here with sickness when they have no humility. A whole heap of them with sickness out here don't have any humility. And I do not understand how they don't realize that God is teaching them serious lessons. You understand? I have never understood how people will have sickness can come on social media and cuss and carry on like how I hear these people behaving. She's not the only one. She's not the only one, you know. Me hear people were sick and knocking on death's door. And all them do every day, day in, day out, them come up on social media, them a cuss, them a dip up under this a person, dip up under that person, then in a this a person business a cuss, a carrying and a galang so. And I'm just like, you should be preparing your soul for the Lord. You understand? Trying to make things right with God. And instead, on out here and this one carry on with. This is what I'm carrying on with. So anyway, I'm going to leave it to that. Right? Who me did hear the other day, I asked what Amari was. Was it Leggy? Amari up on TikTok every day now. Amari up on TikTok every day now. I don't know what's going on with Amari.
Because it by a long time ago, but enough of them never worn and you know, me just would like to have a nice hairstyle.
Amari is in her car and she's somewhere in New York, I guess. But
it made me feel away, so she attract me.
This is her toxic relationship still going on.
Okay, great.
Amari never left.
It made me feel away, so she attract me.
Doing reading.
After she said Jonathan.
Oh, she had the psychic something them, Nicola. She had the psychic something them. And that she did that on TikTok. Mighty God of Daniel. Say a whole heap of people are going to end up like Amari though. Amari is in her late 50s, not true. Late 50s, and she's on social media doing that every day. Backside, oh, I lie. Me surprised I'm back up on her because I don't really follow her to that. Me don't really follow her to that. But she in the car, and her kids are being so disrespectful. Her kids are being so disrespectful. Her kids are just talking to her like she's just a pile of nothing. Still the same toxic relationship between her and her daughters. Them just did it on your mouth or pocket. Them a depend on her for eat at them big old tough stage. And Amari is just there holding on to broken dreams. Because every day Amari is talking about how she's going to make it big. And if she wanted to take over the dance hall, she could take over the dance hall. It's such a shame. And a lot of people are going to end up like Amari. A lot of people are going to be coulda, woulda, shouldas. You understand? Because Amari, in her head, she is a star. And yet, okay, she's a viral sensation, and you can't really take that away from her because she literally does anything and everything to get noticed, right? And she know of a trend, but in terms of the concrete things in her life, it's just not there. It's just not there. Last time I heard of her, she was pregnant. What kind of baby did she have? Probably gave birth to another TikTok page. probably. Is all I can say. Yeah, that's probably what she gave birth to. So anyway, 2 days ago she said she completed that album with Hotsa. Yes, and she has been promoting that because I heard her online again today on TikTok doing exactly that, trying to promote her album. But guys, me not really think that the album never go nowhere, you know. The fact that she have to promote her own album, go for sure, it's no producer really investing in Amari to see her as a worthwhile artist. And Amari, no disrespect, but Amari, you cannot sing. You can't sing. You can't sing, love. But let me tell you something though, even though you can't sing, there's a lot of artists who can't sing, and them just manage to grab a sound, and the sound itself just take off, You understand? Because, all right, let me give you an example. Ramputu, Nonyamputu, him can't sing. He cannot sing. You understand? And when you really listen to his voice, no, he cannot sing at all. And that other girl, she sound awful. When you hear her, when she not there on the what you call it there? When them not have her in a studio, that girl wake up on the stage and what she say again? And if you hear everybody go and bend your back, go and bend your knees, baby, shake it to the max. You see, her voice sounds like an ostrich giving birth. It's so bad. It's so bad. Her voice is so bad. When you don't hear her with the techno effects and whatever, girl cannot sing. But anyway, I like Nico. Oh yeah, Nico, you mash up my life. Yeah, auto-tune, exactly. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Nico, you mash up my life. That bad, that sell off. And that is a sound that you hook onto. So when you have a sound and it buzzy and it can work, you're onto something. You don't really need to know how to sing. There are a lot of artists who do not sing well, and yet they grab a sound and them a shot. You understand? That is one song me never hear yet. Ostrich giving birth. Look it up on YouTube. It's terrible. All right, Jinx, your turn.
This woman here. This woman here, no. Depend our friend live chat. Our friend at box live. That a Shito, our friend at box live. As I be a do the company and she keep, You understand? Be a do the company she keep. So she have a childhood friend when he am Shito. And Shito press live when I
Film live did always a stick to.
I get this class. What more I understand is Shito, I know where them over there, And it's like, them want to say, maybe the past relationship or you never that perfect. Alright, cause them always a beat they say, was this abuser, me abuser. But you still want for me to abuse her. Be a main priority. You understand? I think you that hate me so much that you like see me. Black card my number out to your phone and all them things there. every minute. And now click live now, I come talk about say, we could have set up live and yeah, I mean, nothing at all with you. Nothing.
You guys are still trying to figure out what an ostrich sounds like giving birth. It's bad. It's very high-pitched and squawky. Do you guys think that Jakes is an abusive man? Do you guys think that Jakes is an abusive man? I have seen videos all over TikTok, screen recordings and whatever, and I have seen abusive behaviors, okay? Now, I want you to understand that there is a difference between a man who deals with a woman who behaves like a man as an equal. He deals with the woman as an equal, as opposed to a man who victimizes a female. There is a difference. Both are abusive. Two different reasonings. He is abusive, but Rosalie, to me, often instigates the abuse. Bear with me, especially you Rosalie fans. Hold up. The last time when they had their follow that resulted in the children being taken again, Rosalie literally was squaring up to the man. And the brother had to be, parting. Because she brings violence. I've listened to her and how she speaks to him. You understand? And I'm just like, you talk to him like you literally do not respect him at all. He talks to you like he don't respect you at all. So when you come at him in a certain way and him respond to you like say him, because he no longer sees you as a vulnerable female, he sees you as a big strapping male figure coming at him that him have to deal with. You understand? And then because you emasculate him, because you don't consider him to be a good parent, and you emasculate him all the time, because he is painted as the better choice, because his behavior mimics a better decision pattern than yours. And it's like Sir Rosalie just hate the fact that he might get ratings, because to her, and I am not a fly in the wall, I don't know these people relationship, me no did it. But she expresses the fact that, listen, you guys do not know him. I know him. And I know that he does not do half the things that he's claiming that he does. A charging linebacker. Well, that's one way of putting it. She's very much provoking. Rose is provoking. She is. Honestly, I like both individuals as human beings, and I wish and hope the very best of them, but they both have rotten behaviors. Yes. Because the first thing that Jakes will go to is a girl will lick in your face. You understand? And once you hear that, and the fact that it rolls off the tongue so naturally, it shows me that he is used to dealing with her like that. And I think that if he gets involved in any other female and they come at him the way Rose come at him, you're going to get the same treatment. So is he an abusive male? Yes, he is. But Rose provokes it a lot. She provokes it out of him. You understand? And she does not have a problem being physical. She does not have a problem being physical with a man. And when you get physical with a man, men are going to deal with you like an equal. They're not going to deal with you like an old, so gentle, soft female. And I'm telling you that as much as all of it is abusive, much better. As much as all of it is abusive, they have two different stimulus, two different motivations behind it. Because some men, you will probably never ever see that side of them and know that they're capable of such if you don't bring certain behaviors to them. You understand? And some man, regardless of whatever behavior you present, them just a lick you down flat. Them not like something where you do, them a lick you down. right? Some men are just downright evil and abusive. But I don't think Jakes is that. I think Jakes is the kind of man that him react to how you treat him and how you provoke him give you back and him see you as an equal. That is how I see Jakes. You understand? Now, I know from what I'm hearing here that he resents being called abusive, but he needs to take a step back and look into himself. Because Rosalie is not wrong, but Rosalie is also abusive. She is abusive, very, very dreadfully so. Even the way she speaks to her children is abusive, and she thinks it is love. You see me say? So the two of them have got working on to work on. And the fact that the children have been taken to some other distant place means that CPFSA is going to be looking at them to sort themselves out. Your sister Rosalie is this an Airbnb? It's not her place, is it? It's not her place. Well, it's like a long-term lease or something like that. And that's a one. Come in and think Rosalie by that place, the people. Because word on the streets is that it's an Airbnb. Because people were even saying that she was thrown out of the Airbnb because her name was not on it and stuff like that. And then Tutu's missing picture with them wrap up. With she and Akeem wrap up on the duvet or on the blanket. They said it's renting. Okay. I thought so. It's like a long-term rent, right? That they're renting together. That's what I'm picking up. That in itself is such a foolish move. Like, what you gonna get out of that? What you gonna get out of that? Them that little something there are things where you should be putting your money aside and building brick by brick. Brick by brick instead of, it's like say Rosalie just a live for the moments rather than plan long term. It's insane to me. That is insane to me. So, I wanted to tell you guys about who has come back on social media. Who has come back on social media after she came out about a year ago with a very explosive story about her husband being a predator. How many of you guys remember the woman by the name of Isis Morales? Let me see how many people have got their international heads on. So do you believe Rose and Akeem are a couple? Hell no. They're not a couple. None of these people are couples. They're not couples. The only real couple is Rosalie and Jakes. Who remember Isis Morales? I married a monster. Who remember Isis Morales? I married a monster. Who remember she? Isis Morales, the trophy wife. The woman where used to tell people, say, women must put themselves together and women must be mint and women must be beautiful all the time so that they can grab themselves a rich man. The woman who claimed that, you remember, the woman who claimed that, she believes in keeping herself immaculate and well-groomed all the time so that she, and this is how she managed to marry a millionaire. That the woman there. Trophy wife. And she used to spend ages telling people how to, training women how to get herself a rich man. Yes, that Isis Morales. Isis Morales, 1 year ago to date, came out with a story about her husband and she deleted the video. You watched her recent videos. And she deleted the videos. I'm going to take on down memory lane. I'm going to make Uno hear the video that went viral that she took down and deleted because it was alleged, I have to use the right words, it was alleged that Isis Morales had lied. That not a damn thing did go so. Now, let me tell you something. You know, when it comes to HTK and child predators, I go hard because I cannot stand them. I despise them. Right? I am Purple Heart Queen for a reason. When it comes to them something there, I will stand up in your neck. Okay? If I know for a fact that you've been harassing some kid. But when I heard her story, and then I went and I listened to the niece who came out and refuted it, and then I went and I listened to other bloggers and because I was really ticking at the story now. Because when she did come out with it, I'm ready for go up and go and start investigate and find out who are the husband and fling out file. But the things that I started to hear, and then when I was listening to her story, I was like, you moved in with this man within weeks of breaking up with another man? Something all right. Something all right. But anyway, I'm going to remind y'all about Isis's revelation. No, that's not the one. Her revelation here. Hold up. Let me get you the video. Miss I Married a Monster. All right, hang on. I'm gonna jump this. Coming on my fair introduction. She just chat too much. Hold on. Yep. Just go to the video, please and thanks. Okay, here we go. Right. I wonder if I can turn my phone around so you can see my laptop. I don't know. No, it's not so. No, you might have to just listen.
I noticed that my 4 weeks ago, she went on a dating site and found Mr. Right. She actually married Mr. Right.
Okay,
and so recently she found out that Mr. Right has been essaying her two daughters. 6 weeks ago, I was changing my daughter, my 4-year-old daughter, and I noticed that when I changed her, she was red and very sensitive. And immediately, my first thought was, did someone touch her? Oh, God.
Hey, guys. This wicked girl, me not believe her, you know? And my instincts are usually really right about these people. I don't believe her.
So I asked her, I said, baby, did somebody touch you? And she ended up saying it was Daddy. I felt like my world ended on that day. My husband wasn't home at the time when she told me, but I knew he would be coming home soon, so all I could do was just say, don't tell him that you told me. And I just instantly started trying to think of how I could get my kids out of the house. Because I knew if I confronted him or asked him about it, that he would just lie. And that he would probably just continue to keep doing stuff to her, but just become more covert or more sneaky or whatever. as soon as my husband got home, he was actually picking up the boys from school, my 2 older boys from school. As soon as he got home, I told him that I was gonna go Halloween shopping with my sister, because I just needed an excuse to get out of the house with all the kids. And I knew if I said something like, oh, I'm going to the grocery store, that it would be suspicious. Like, why am I bringing all the kids and like packing things, like things that we would need and things like that. So going Halloween shopping was the best thing I could think of to just hurry up and get the kids out of the house. I'm sorry, I had to get myself together. So when I got to the hospital, they basically told me that we had to go to another hospital because they didn't do physical exams, like that kind of physical exam there. So a police officer escorted the kids and I to another hospital where they were able to evaluate my daughters.
And
it ended up coming out that he had actually been touching both of my daughters.
You're there.
Who are only 2 and 4 years old. It still feels like a dream.
You see the trophy wife saga, the whole trophy wife saga story that is going on.
So when she came out with that video, people, that video, it blew up everywhere because people just could not believe what they were hearing and so on. After she presented this lifestyle, this, what I tell you, highfalutin lifestyle, perfect husband and wife, everybody was like, oh my God, I'd like to live like that. You know what I'm saying? Man go to work, she don't work. Yeah, she just do her little online shit. That's how she used to put things together. And it was all about getting yourself a rich man. Then to hear, said the man I do them thing there. So anyway, Madam, she come out with a video. And the video title was The Reckoning Has Begun. So this is her latest YouTube video. It's up on her channel after she had shut down everything. Right? She's come out now. Why is it whirring? Hold on. She's come out now to start up her own channel to basically say that she is representing victims of SA. That this is now what she's going to be doing. Hold on. While that's whirring, guys, I'm going to, let me just play Denise. Yeah. Let me play Denise.
My name is Dee, and I am the niece of the trophy wives. Now,
was he arrested?
I know you know
No.
who the trophy wife is because she's been going up and down my timeline for the last couple of days.
Guys, let me tell you this. Guyanese, let me tell you. The husband has not been arrested to date. There's been no arrest. There's been no no sex offenders register or anything like that. It hasn't happened. Now, if she said she went and she did medical examination, right? She claimed that one daughter was sore. And then she went and did medical examination on the 2 daughters. You understand me? And did she say that there was any evidence of penetration? No. She said that the husband was touching the kids. You think you can prove touching like that? Anyway, go and listen.
My name is Isis, or Paloma, which is her real name. This lady is completely insane. Let's just start from there. Background story. Her and my uncle got together really quick. From what I've been seeing and what I've been told, she thought that she was getting a come up with my uncle. But then when things didn't go her way and she pretty much seen that she could no longer hide the things that she was doing behind closed doors, she ended up trying to find a different route, which was to come on here and lie to you all and tell you that her daughter had been touched
Exactly,
by her
Misty
dad,
Brown.
which
She
that
made
is not
sure
the
she had
case.
makeup
Her
on. You
daughter
damn
had been
right.
touched by her son, and she didn't want anybody to know because
So
she
she said,
wanted to try
Misty,
to make it seem like my uncle was the bad guy because she wasn't getting what she wanted in the divorce. I always think that they're the bad guys because it goes both ways. And
so y'all hear that? Yeah, let me just pause that a minute. She's basically saying that they were gonna go through a divorce anyway, right? Both the trophy wife and the perfect husband, they were divorcing anyway. So Madame wanted to get as much of his riches as she possibly could. That did not work out for her. She wasn't about to get no 50-50 or even majority split. So she then twisted and decided to do this instead by accusing him of being a predator. Her intention was to get full custody of all the kids because the daughters, they're his biological kids, you know. The sons are not, but the daughters are, right? So that's her way of making sure she get full custody, and therefore he has to pay her child support and all them thing there. So she gonna get as much of his money as possible. So the touch caused what she said alerted her in the first place. Yeah, exactly. All right.
I am a mother of a black little boy. So for me, I can understand why she would want to cover up for her son, but at the same time, me personally, if my son is doing anything like that and I have other kids, I want to get him the best help possible away from his siblings until he is confirmed better. And I know he's no longer a threat to the other kids in the house, because you can't just sit over there and single out one kid and be like, oh, I'm going to protect this one, but whatever happens to the other ones just happens. That's not okay. And then you want to sit over here and portray to these women out here that, oh, it's okay to be a trophy wife. Just go for that rich man type deal. No, how about go get your own money? How about stop. Please, ladies, please stop waiting on a man to fulfill your life financially, spiritually, emotionally, all this other extra stuff, and find your own way. Do that. Because when you find your own way and you know your self-worth and you know what you are capable of and what you will tolerate and what you won't tolerate, then the good man will come find you. But until you know your self-worth, you're just going to keep picking up anything off the street and being like, oh, okay, he got a little bit of money in his pocket, so he's going to treat me right. No. Because the one thing that you don't realize is that man that has that money, he's also got a little brain in his head too. So he also is already aware of these women that's coming out here to do these things to him or try to trap him in these.
So it came out that it was her son. Her son, who is the half brother of her daughters, that allegedly did the touching. You understand? That this son has behavioral problems and that he's the one allegedly who was touching on her daughters. So this all came out, but she had by then created this story and was pointing fingers of blame at the husband. And now Madame Isis, so listen, I'm not saying that she didn't end up with a case, that she didn't have a case of abuse. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that ISIS's daughters were not victims. I'm not saying that. I do not believe that ISIS would have put her daughters forward for situations of abuse just for money, as much as I think she's twisted. But what I'm saying is that the situation was within her own nest, so to speak, and did not have anything to do with the man, so to speak. Because to date, there is nothing on record to say that this partner has been arrested, that this partner has ended up with any case or anything like that. And if you listen closely to her first video on YouTube, you will hear her basically talk about the fact that the system fails everybody. Okay, the system fails. That's how she puts it. Hi, Kelly. The system fails everybody. The system fails the victim, and the system. You understand? So she's twisting that now to say that, listen, I've not gotten justice. But the reason why you've not gotten justice was obviously because there's not enough evidence. And there's a lot of real victims who do end up with no justice because of that. But also because there are a lot of holes in her story. Yeah. And fingers were pointing to her kid. And is she going to press charges on her own son? Is she going to press charges on her pitney to say, oh, lock up my son because my son touch up my daughter? Them? No, she would be referred to for psychological assessment for the son and all of that kind of stuff. And he will go through a counseling process and he'll be kept away from the little girls probably. There'll be other family members involved and all of that will be kept hush and off record because it involves a child. So that's going to be sealed documentation. So the public's not going to have access to that where Isis Morales is concerned. It's not going to have access to it. In comes the scam because it gives her the ideal opportunity to come in and create a completely new persona. Because remember, Isis is obsessed with being looked up to as a female icon. She wants that internet influencer spotlight. That's what she lives for. And now on this occasion, she's able to remake certain things because those documents are sealed and nobody can actually investigate it unless it's leaked from somebody within Child Protection Services itself. So when she comes out here and says, oh, the system has let me down, because one thing that will be on record is if her husband's on the sex offenders register, which he ain't. What she can do is come out here and remake herself as though she is now this icon who represents children who have been victims of such behavior. So this is her latest video now.
2026. It's been a while.
This is her latest video.
Life has shifted me to a completely different dimension, a completely different level of understanding, a completely different perspective, a completely different way of operating. I do want to put a trigger warning in case anyone wants to click off, because I will be addressing some serious topics that need to be talked about. And I feel like there's not enough people who are talking about these things. And as much as I originally, when I started this YouTube, wanted to be on the more marketable side of YouTube, the more aesthetic side of YouTube, the more fun side of YouTube,
the more fake side of YouTube. Please add that part.
The plan that God has had for my life, and certain experiences have affected myself and many others in ways that cannot be ignored and need to be discussed. The trigger warning topic that I'm talking about is the issue of predatory behavior towards children. For the past year, there's been so much that I've wanted to say, And unfortunately, because there are certain legal things going on, I cannot
Opportunist. So she's not thinking before doing. Exactly.
topics. I will discuss what I believe is important and what I believe that the world needs to hear at this time, and how I want to use my platform. Now, as you guys know, if you've been following, I had to remove certain videos discussing certain topics. And one of the main things that bothers me about any sort of issue when it comes to people making accusations, when it comes to people sharing the truth about people's behaviors, when it comes to any person who has the courage to stand up for what's right, is that so often you're made to feel like you are wrong. This is your fault. And the person who is being accused of things never seems to carry the same amount of ridicule, the same amount of shame, the same gaslighting that...
So basically, Isis, your husband got off. Your husband got off. He didn't get any convictions. He didn't get charged. And the reason for that, you're trying to say, is that, oh, the system is just unfair. I'm not going to play all of it because obviously it's on YouTube. So I'm going to giving you a taster. But if you want to go and listen to what she's saying, she basically starts talking about the fact that she herself, Isis now says that she herself was a victim of the same. She starts speaking about the fact that when she was a little girl, the same thing happened to her. Now, in all of the situation that happened with her two daughters, Isis never spoke about the fact that she herself was a victim of the same. All of a sudden, Isis is telling everybody that she's a victim of the same. The world needs to hear why you lie on this man and why you didn't run out with when your son did what he did. Exactly, Steph B. Because I'm just like, how is it that we only just hearing that you are a victim? And I'm not victim blaming, but I'm just thinking about the natural, logical steps that are involved when somebody is outing certain things. You know, the pain that you're going through, you're going to be like, I can identify this happened to me as a child, and there's no way this is going to happen to my daughters. And, you know, it would be kind of like that, right? We're hearing this 1 year later that you yourself went through this and you know this pain and so on and so forth. So all of a sudden, she is remaking herself because, as I said, she likes the concept of being a role model and being placed on a pedestal. She's thirsty for this influencer role so much that she will do anything in order to get there. Remember, Isis literally packaged herself so she could have land herself a rich man. And when things never work out, because she claimed that the relationship was abusive anyway, she then put this whole thing of this man touching up her two daughters on her husband when her son was the alleged perpetrator. And the son has serious behavioral issues. Apparently, he used to take him and I writing a doodle upon the wall and all kind of something. He was a torment. You understand? It was a torment. And now Madam is back. So we go keep an eye on Madam Isis Morales. We got to see what she's up to. Because she going to be up to something, you know. Because she want that money. She wants that money bad. So she's going to be coming out here and she's going to be causing problems. But I'm just letting you know, Isis Morales is back. Okay. There is one final story that we're going to talk about before I go. Because I understand nobody not really talk about it, really. And I'm just like, the young people them would not talk about it because them know what's up. But people, Jacure and Kai Hyla, have you guys been watching the series of Jacure and Kai Hyla? Have you guys been watching what's going on with Jacure and Kai Hyla on YouTube? Because she has been releasing several of those. You understand? Hold on. Right, Kai, Jacure, and Surviving Jacure, she call it. She's another one to blouse and skirt. All right. Now let me tell you something. You see Jacure? I'm going to tell you what me feel, my opinion about Jacure. You see, Jacure is a disgusting man. Jacure has a problem. Jacure also has a sickness. Jacure is not normal. Jacure, who is now arrested as a result of him knife attack in a way Amsterdam or Switzerland or one of them they place there. Jacure, the artist, who originally was behind these prison walls because him hold on a woman and take it by force. Jacure never get cured. When he did go to prison the first time, he wasn't cured. Him come out again, him continue to be corrupt. You understand? But when I listen to Kai Hyla's account of her interaction with this artist, I'm going to let you listen to certain things. And when you listen to it, me know say some intelligent woman dep on the live. And you can hear for yourself when things are definitely embellished and not quite right. For one thing, she claims that Jacure gave her Holland. Okay, I'm not say one of them Dutch place there. She claimed that Jacure gave her an STD. And that every time she slept with him, she would get infections. Now, you may wonder, what STD was she talking about? Listen to STD. And I want the women on the live to type what you know about this. Kai Hyla says that the STD that Jacure gave her was BV, as in bacterial vaginosis. Wait. Let me see if some intelligent woman who understand them body and know the things them what una go type and say to that. She put it out there that every time she sleep with Jacure, so hey, any intelligent women, any other intelligent women understand how bacterial vaginosis work? Oh, you get it? You understand? Kai Hyla claims that it's Jacure give her this thing. And every time she sleep with him, she starts. Boy, she says some nasty something, you see? She says some nasty something. Hey, Wendy. pH balance interrupted. Yeah, but why? Why, Juju? How do you normally get BV? That's not an STD. Hormone thank you. Thank you. And I'm just like, people are there in the comments talking about, Lord, him get STD. Him get, because people are ignorant. They so stupid. You literally, exactly. Soap, thanks, scented soap. Yeah? Douching, scented soap. You can get bacterial vaginosis from washing your panties with perfumed soaps and putting them on. And that perfume go by your chun chun and it can start scratch. Because down there are not supposed to have no perfume. When you watch a little saltfish, it's supposed to wash with water. You hear me say to you? Water. You're not supposed to have put it. All right. Okay. My husband, yeah, he bought me these bath bombs. I don't know if you know what bath bombs are, but they're like little powdery balls, and they come in all these different fruity, nice smells and stuff, and they shape in all kind of things. So he bought me this whole box. I'll know them no. Come in, I lay down in it. I am not lying down in it, and I tell him don't buy me no more. I say love you, babes, but please don't buy me no more than something, because one thing my Chunash is not going to go into no bath with no woolly perfume in it for me to end up with that something there. Cause that's something there deadly. You understand? So when you end up with bacterial vaginosis, douching isn't safe either. Thank you. It throws off your pH. Exactly. And I'm just like, my girl, even wearing a one of them G-string thing and the thing I rub from front to back, you can't get it. Because you're introducing elements in there that not supposed to be there. That's like, you know, me wear wifey panty, and a G-string. And it been cold one day. Because we all know how to keep the Chunash clean. Yes. We wear proper panty. Mm-hmm. If you're doing a little, you know, one night thing, you might put on something sexy. But generally, yeah, wash with water. That is it, Juju. You wash with water. So when she's accusing the man of giving her bacterial vaginosis, I'm like, do you realize that it is highly likely that it was your own feminine practices that could have caused it, as well as possibly the fact that him probably wash him things with some perfume soap too? But it's not an STD. Insane. So yeah, she's been doing these series about surviving Jacure. She's talking about surviving popcorn. She's really raking it in on the basis of her past experiences. Now, the thing with Kaila is that it's not the first time that she's done this. She tends to kiss and tell, sleep with her clients, and then leak it afterwards when she's pissed off about something or something doesn't go quite her way. You understand? So yeah, let's play a little bit of it.
One morning, and P and I went to his house as G. I'm not going to use his name. I mean, you guys probably see me pick up who the person is, hear the voice, pick up who the person is. I will not use the person's name because I don't want nobody sending no lawyers to me or whatever it is. But yeah. Anyways, the first time I've met this man, I was actually messing with another entertainer. We're gonna call him P. P and I was driving around early one morning, and P and I went to his house years ago, and that was the first time I met him. No, when I met him, it was P that was there, another entertainer that was there. I can't remember who, but I remember soon. His girlfriend that was there at the time. I think it was like a Chinese girl or a mixed girl or something like that. Me to P. And they were just there chatting, stuff like that. Right, so that was the first time I met him. You know, casual basically. Now, after that, years after that, I met him at a restaurant, you know, slash hotel. And when I met him, you know, I was like, oh, you look nice, you know. Can I have your number? And I was like, yes, you can have my number. And you know, basically, I had given him my number, and you know, I think he called me like the same day, and we talked, and then he called me the next day and invited me to brunch. Now, when I went to brunch, I think I got something to eat and something to drink, and we ended up went back to his room, and basically, you know, we was chatting and stuff like that, and you know, we started to do so and so. you know.
No, like
So
seriously. No, listening to the timeline of this. This is insane. She needs to get lessons from that Pum Pum Goldie if she wants to be in that line of work. Exactly, right? All right, let go the tight pants, miss, and wash properly with unscented soaps. Exactly. But guys, you hear the timeline? Flip on the camera. Wanna hear the timeline, people? Them go. She was at a hotel. She met Jacure at the hotel. Jacure asked for her number. The following day, she go for brunch with Jacure. And then the same evening, she in at the hotel room. You understand? So you know, say a straight selling at the front. That's what she had do. Because that is our line of business. She sell the front. Okay. Just so you understand the timeline. Okay? Right.
one thing that I must highlight is that while we were doing so and so, he wanted me to go on my back, lay down on my back, keep all of my clothes, keep all of my clothes on, and he wanted to slip it in with me on my belly, you know, like that. You know, just remove the panty to the side in my full suit of clothes on my back. That's basically what he wanted me to do. At first, I found it very, very weird. I really found it very, very weird. But I was like,
Listen, you're there, guys. So this is what I'm saying. How is nobody really talking about this, guys? You hear the scenario, right? He wants her to lie on her belly. He then goes behind her at the back, and then he wants her panty to shift it to the side, right? And then no, he mount her from behind and Phillips enter. So remember, I said Jackie go to jail for taking the cat forcefully, you know. So Jackie have the same kind of fascination, people. Him have the same preoccupation with teeth in peace. So is him little fantasy. It's him little fantasy that him want to keep it, you know, in fantasy is to take it by force. So he must say, you don't put your belly and so and shift your panty to the side. As which door him want to enter? If the cat, yes. All right, no. Okay, let's hear the rest of it because this is insane. It's mad.
you know, I guess this is what he likes. I didn't really understand why was he wanting me to do it that way, or why did he want us to do it that way. But I mean, like, I was like, well, you know, what's the deal really? I'm here already. You know, I'm horny, I'm hot, so
exactly,
might
Steph
as
B.
well just do it however it feels comfortable, because I mean, you know, I'm here already, and you know, I kind of like the guy, even though I didn't really know much about him. Something that he did while we were doing it, he took off the condom without me knowing, and I was very upset about that. You know, I asked him why he took it off. He said, "You clean, right?" I said, "Yes, I'm clean," but why you took off the condom? He was like, you know, he's not getting hard and stuff like that, so that was why he took off the condom.
Exactly. Whatever. That's crazy.
Anyways, after that, basically,
that's insane. If Jacure did that for real, guys, if Jacure did that, that is SA. That is SA, because it's a practice called stealthing, right? It's called stealthing. And that means that, you know, he's sneaking and taking off the thing. That's assault. That's grape. That's everything bad, because he could be passing on all kinds of diseases to you. You know, he could be getting you pregnant. There's several risks there. That's skin to skin contact without consent. And men who stealth, they are definitely grapists. Okay? It's not okay to do that at all. A woman must give you full permission before you go skin to skin contact with her. So that's not okay at all. But it gets worse. It gets worse. Yeah, it gets worse.
Basically, I did not hear back from him after that. However, after we had sex, I noticed that I had an infection. But at that time, I was having on and off bacterial vaginosis, so I didn't really think it was nothing that he did, but it was so weird that after we had sex, like something was really, really wrong. Anyways, I was.
Yeah, she says she's been having on and off bacterial vaginosis. And this is why I said this part of the accusation is not very fair. Because your pH balance done been off. You understand? From your previous activities. And then you're going and you are being stealthed, meaning that you are introducing somebody else's bodily fluids to your body while your pH balance still has not 100% bounced back. So, of course, it's going to continue to throw it off. Are you going to continue to have recurrent BV because, you know, the man take off his sitting and sleep with you? But you've been having it. It's not necessarily because of him. It's because your body was already off. You understand? So painting it, I don't know.
Antibiotics, give me some.
Yeah, it's a bit.
I didn't really pay it in the mind at all. You know, I didn't say anything to him either. You know, I think we text on and off after that. But what happened was we wasn't talking consistently, you know, after that, but we text
exactly,
like,
live and live.
But anyways, a time have passed, and you know, he basically messaged me on Instagram.
Guys, don't forget to like up the live, please, and thanks. 129 of you sit down over here. Please to like up the live. Thank you. 130.
You know, at the time I was doing.
And the must can get me 100 likes, man. Thanks, please, and thanks. That is it.
I did a video shoot with him, and I tell him that I'm doing a video shoot with this entertainer. I cannot come to see you. He was like, I'll pay you. Like, I'll pay you.
Mama, I put up screenshotting of people.
And come and see me. Like, you know,
she has screenshot and approve everything, you know.
See me, like, for that shoot, you don't have to go. I'll pay you.
You're there. Watch that.
Like, no, I can't do that. The guy had asked me to do this for a very long time. As a matter of fact, I rescheduled. So I can't understand my back on the man because he already saying, well, use me for music video. Him already pay me the money. Him already put stuff in place so that we can actually do the shoot. So I'm not going to throw this man under the bus because he's not doing bad business with me. He's respectful. I'm not going to throw the man under the bus because you have paid me some money. Anyways, I went to the shoot, did the shoot, and I told him that, well, after the shoot, I will come stay with you at your house, you know? Because him said I come spend some days with him or whatever it is. So I said, all right, then fine.
Thank you for liking up the live, guys. Too much bed hopping. You're damn right.
Country, like far up in Linstead, far close to St. Mary, far up in St. Catherine. We'll go. But he's tired. But you know, like, we're going to do my shoot. You know, it was time to head back to his apartment, his townhouse, basically. Because he live in an apartment, in a townhouse. But, you know, it was time to go back to his side and thing. So anyways, no. You know, I told him I was on the way and stuff like that. So I went there, and when I went there, it was a guy alone that was there at the time. You know, I told him hi and stuff like that. I went upstairs, and, you know, him tell me, say, you know, like, I can't take out my suitcase out of the vehicle, you know, because him say I want to spend some days with him. So, you know, him said I can't take out my suitcase out of the vehicle and put it in the car. I think the guy had helped me with the suitcase because it was kind of heavy because, you know, but they have shoes, somebody go and walk with enough stuff, some would have pick and choose from, and I was staying in Kingston. at the time, because I wasn't living here as yet. You know, so I was staying in Kingston at the time. So, you know, I walk with a suitcase full of her clothes and stuff like that. So, anyways, the guy
Fully
took up the
prepared,
suitcase
my
of the
love.
car, and he told me to put on something sexy, you know, a lingerie, you know, something sexy. Mama put something sexy. So I had a pink lingerie that I got for promotion, and I think I took a photo in it like a few weeks back, and I had to walk with it because I really, really like the lingerie. So I basically put that on. When I put it on, he was okay with it and thing, but him said
Here it
like
is.
big panty, like
What?
like when girls wear
Big
big
panty, I do it. Watch out, she put up.
I don't really wear big panty, you know, like I can't even ask wear a baggy since me from
Lord Jesus.
like I don't wear baggy.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. So Jackie, would I like my big up back in them. Jackie said, oh, that's all right. That's nice, you know. But I prefer bingo baggy. You understand? You're to them too little bit skimpy. You know, I like the. You know what that tells me? I'm gonna tell you what that tells me about Jackie. If that is a fantasy of Jacque's and this is what he wants her to fulfill, Jackie, I bet you yourself was a victim and that's why you are the way you are. And I bet you your first experience was with a big woman. I bet you your first experience was with a big woman. It's either a big woman hold you down and trouble you little lowly, or you hold down a big woman and take peace. That is where this is coming from. Cause no little young boy not supposed to want see no bingo panty when him hire a escort. No young man not supposed to want that. You listen, you have had some little freaky dicky things happen to you. Nah, that's what that is. Yeah, I know we're not feel laugh. Him is a victim. And you know, hurt people and all of that.
Panty, no big lingerie, no big leg drawers. I never have none of that. So anyways, no. Him keep on piss me and I say him would want me to have something like that, you know, that look good, but when I prefer me to have something like a mesh big panty, you know, that would have more, you know, it would have more like that. So
yes.
I told him I don't have it. He was like, well, I have here. But I was like, you know,
yes, Kelly.
Said, no. But him say, wash and it clean. So me I say, well,
on the ear, what she say? Wait there. Ear there, red flag, ear there.
Already knew him said no. But him say, wash and it clean. So me I say,
the man actually presented her with a pair of bingo baggy panty, a used pair that was already washed and clean. So he had them in stock and told her to put it on. This is how intense his desires are.
Well, it wasn't clean, it can't be that bad. You know, I'm already there already, you know, so, you know, I'm not to look too deep in there and say clean, so, you know, anyways, to be honest, I put on the blue dress. I don't know whose panties is. I don't know, but just put it on. But the under vibes, but the frost, but the under vibes, so I just put on the blue dress. But just put on the blue dress, but just put on the backside blue dress, but just put it on.
Tell you what you are going to do. Go watch it somewhere else and don't type again.
Blue dress, you know, take some picture of me in there.
Rude.
And stuff like that.
Come on my channel and tell me if it's up the nice. You're bright.
On my belly, on the floor, and lay down. So we can do intercourse. You know, again, he and I was doing it, and he took off the condom again, right? And you notice the technique of how we were doing it, you know, the same technique of go down for your belly and pull with the panty, the same technique. Anyways, you know, he basically started to play with my booty hole.
Jesus!
You know, and he was like,
wait, pull that. No, sir. Hold on. Oh my God. Oh my God. What? Hold up. Graduates. Wait. That was a bit confused. Let me just hear. Huh? It's a rewind. Me a go rewind, because did you hear what I heard? What did Jakir ask her? What did Jakir say he want to play with? Wait, hold on. No. Oh, me did miss this. Wait.
He basically started to play with my booty hole, and he was like, I was like to him, you like stuff like that? And he said, yes, And he said, you like stuff like that? And he said, he do stuff like that. And I said, okay, well, I have a BP, which is a butt plug, and
No, sir.
I put it in.
No, I haven't heard that interview, Nadine.
I went into my bag, I got my butt plug, I put it in, and then, we talk a little bit, was talking a little bit, and he was telling me that he like when women play with his booty hole.
What?
So he wanted me to play with his booty.
Wait. Hold on. What am I actually hearing? So too much funny guy in any business. What? Guys, no, sir. I have to keep it quiet because my son's next door. What? So he not only wanted to play with her bits down there in the back entrance, he also wanted to have his one interfered with. Guys, this is serious. Are you for real? Jakir. Social Spectator, you were so right. I think he was initiated in prison. I think something happened in prison that extended his fantasies beyond the bingo baggy, beyond the thief in peace, to now involve the back door. Yeah. That's what's happened. He's gone and gotten himself interfered with in jail. He must be having a hell of a good time. Where is the mission love? Anyway, I'm not gonna play anymore, right, guys? I've troubled you enough. You can head over to her page and watch the rest. Okay. It continues to get more interesting. And the part that she's about to say now, because I do remember this part. What I didn't realize was that he liked to have his bits played with. But there is a bit there where she says that she had in a BP, right? A plug. And that she took that out. And then when she took it out, it wasn't a pretty sight. I can't listen to that again. So if you guys want to hear the rest of the whole thing with Kai Hyla, go ahead and go and listen to your heart content. She's got several of them up there. Jakir, you are a sick puppy. You are a sick guy. People use social media as therapy. There are so many unhealed PD. I'm telling you, that's it. I'm throwing my phone away. Him love bingo baggy, so him love the tidy whiteys. Yes. Guys, it's a hell of a story. But it just goes to show you a lot of these people, they have got unhealed trauma and they will do anything to basically live out their trauma in certain ways, thinking that they're healing themselves by feeding their trauma. And that's what he's clearly been using these women to do. I do need to go check out Yendi's interview because I haven't seen it. But yeah, enough of that. It's too much and I cannot deal with it. Guys, I hope you have enjoyed this catch up of all the stuff that's been happening on social media for the week, all the fun stuff, the relaxed stuff, the stuff that we can laugh and chat about. And every time HTK will come out here and handle serious business. Sometimes I just want to relax, okay? And this is exactly what this session was all about. If you've enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button as you exit the classroom, all right? Big up and a nice clean self. Boy, social media is always keeping. They're crazies out here. Yeah, in these social media streets. But we're here for the entertainment. Talk to you guys later. Bye.